AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM. Dave Janusek is here from downtown Indiana, and you brought someone with you this morning.
I did bring a guest, and we're going to talk about kind of the kickoff to summer.
There you go. Well, why not on a day
why
like
not
today?
on a day like today? Let's kick off summer.
Yeah, let's kick a day like today in the butt and kick off summer
That's
at the
right.
same time.
But that's it's coming, just like everything else. So I want to talk a little bit about we downtown Indiana coordinates with the Indiana Arts Council for the big Delaney Chevrolet Westsylvania Jazz and Blues Festival, which is coming up on the 27th of May. So they've got a great lineup, everything from locals to regionals to nationals. Starting at 10 in the morning, going all the way till 7:30 at night, and then after that, if you didn't have enough, there's still late night jazz and a lot of the different establishments along Philadelphia Street. So there's a lot of great things going on there. But something happened kind of over Christmas. And it was this weird kind of thing. Every time that, I know it's Christmas magic, we'll call it that. Then. But every time that downtown Indiana does an event, I always talk about, we want to do the conversions of the event and commerce. Like, how does that happen? We want people to come down and have a good time. We want them to spend money, and we want them to see what we have downtown. Well, back during last year, we did a little thing called the Holiday Pop-Up Market, which was greatly successful. So what we're doing again now with Indiana Pop-Up Market is bringing back a little mini pop-up. So during the Jazz Festival, we're going to do the Downtown Indiana Spring Pop-Up Market on the 27th. So you'll be able to come down and buy some locally produced products. So today with me, I brought Penny Vick, who represents the Indiana Pop-Up Market, to talk a little bit about just how this, we're using a space, the Gadai building, that is, currently still available. So it's a neat way to, like I said, kind of this convergence of a good event and then, a great opportunity to shop to bring more people into the downtown. So I'm going to have Penny talk a little bit about the exciting things that will be going on at the Spring Pop-Up Market.
Morning, Penny.
Morning. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good.
So it went so well that you're going to give it another shot. Huh?
It was great. Me and my co-collaborator, Casey Newell, put it together last November, and we're excited to start it this spring again and to continue it. We're in our infancy stage, but we're looking forward to doing more and collaborating more with downtown as well. So what is a pop-up market? If you didn't go to the holiday pop-up market, it's local vendors selling crafts as well as vintage clothing for resale, and we have local apparel. Maybe you've seen around town the Indiana green T-shirts. That's
like the one you're wearing now.
The one I'm wearing. We sold that at the pop-up, and it will be available at the spring pop-up. Our goal, mainly for the pop-up market, are to allow local small businesses and crafters to have a place to show their products and to sell their products if they don't have agents or like a storefront, and also to fill the vacant spaces in downtown Indiana and to bring people downtown. It's such a fun downtown, and just to enhance that. And that's what we're hoping to do with the Jazz Festival. We're not wanting to pull people away from it. We're hoping, like, in between sets, to come in and get some goods, look at some local wares, and we'll be right next to Funky Brunch, and they can grab a coffee or a snack. And we're going to be open from 10 to 7, and Funky Brunch is going to extend their hours. And I don't know if many people know this, but Funky Brunch started out as the Love and Cup, which started with our holiday pop-up. So that's how they established their business. So, so we're excited. We are excited to just kind of pop up again. This is a mini pop-up, so it's kind of a preview of what will come in the next holiday pop-up. It'll be in November.
In the wintertime, you did it, and folks stopped in because they wanted just a couple of minutes out of the cold. Now, hopefully, it will be so warm outside that they'll want to stop in for a little bit of air.
Right, exactly.
And some pretty neat things. So when you talk about the types of things the vendors brought, what sort of crafts and other items are we thinking of?
So for the mini pop-up, we for sure will have vintage clothing for resale, and local apparel. We'll have a ceramicist, woodworker, and some other local crafts. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of. Well, it sounds like you're having fun with it. Let me put it that way.
We love doing it. We love it. Yeah.
And folks obviously enjoyed it in the wintertime. So why wouldn't they now?
Why wouldn't they now? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Come downtown. It'll be a great event. The Jazz Festival, and then pop into Funky Brunch and the spring pop-up. It'd be great.
There you go. It sounds like, Dave, that's another winner for downtown Indiana.
It is. And, Penny makes a great point that, Loving Cup started as this, let's give it a shot. And that's a lot of what pop-up is. It's, it's people that say, I'm thinking about getting into this business. I don't have maybe the capital to go out and rent an entire place or buy a storefront, but I'm going to give this a shot. And I can remember those guys said, let's give this a 6-week shot at the Loving Cup. And now it's evolved into the Funky Brunch, which is kind of a little staple on that corner. So it's that neat convergence again of, wow, guess what? We're doing new things in the downtown, things that may not be traditional. And it gives, an opportunity. I mean, when you look so close at the incubator, is not that far away with IUP. We'd like to see some, those people even come to start look at some of the places downtown. But this is one of those fun, funky kind of ways that before you know it, we may have a pop-up market that happens more regularly. I know it was interesting yesterday. I met with Casey and Penny yesterday, and they both were saying, they came to get, the insurance papers and everything to do this pop-up. And they said, so what about Christmas? I said, just slow down, guys. Let's get through the spring. But that's good. I mean, because it shows that,
Sure.
we've already got people interested to come back and do the holiday pop-up, which is a neat, and the neat thing about it is that the pop-up market is bringing in a lot of products that you don't already find on Philadelphia Street. So, you don't find homemade soap. You don't find vintage clothing. So it's a nice kind of blend of not the same stuff you've already found. So even if you come down to browse, that's kind of cool. You come down and browse, listen to some jazz, browse what's in the pop-up market, and then browse the rest of the street. And before you know it, people start spending money. And when people start spending money, we've kind of accomplished this whole idea that downtown Indiana has been trying to accomplish for quite some time.
And we think of it in terms of the Delaney Chevrolet Westsylvania Jazz and Blues Festival. Penny, give us an update again. What are going to be the hours of operation for the pop-up?
10 to 7. 10 to 7.
On the day
of the Jazz Festival.
Of the Jazz Festival, which Dave is on?
On the 27th. In fact, I'll tell you what, if you come to the Jazz Festival, stop in the Spring Pop-Up Market, we'll give you Monday off.
Wow.
That's a downtown Indiana add-on.
You're going to give me the day off?
You're going to have Monday off, Todd.
I'm working on Memorial Day.
You find Penny and you have her punch her card, and we'll say,
punch
what?
Yeah.
Punch your card, you can take Monday off.
I'm sure the people upstairs would say, yeah, sure, right.
You can mark off, too.
Hey, but Westsylvania Jazz and Blues Festival is sponsored by Delaney Chevrolet. It's a big event.
It is. And it brings people in from, local, it's the music. They bring the local bands, the regional bands, and the national bands. And, this is, like I said, this is that kickoff. Once Westsylvania breaks the plastic on summer, we have Tasting Tour, Car Cruise, NAF, Wine Walk. Then we're into Christmas. So this is really that kind of, hey, downtown is always open for business, but it's a little nicer, it's a little warmer, it's a little sunnier in May. So come on down and preview the rest of the summer that's going to be happening here in downtown Indiana. Yeah,
no, we bit into your time with that news report on the accident a couple of moments ago. Are there other things that you want to make sure folks know about coming up?
Keep an eye out. We are still selling legacy items for the downtown. We did the kickoff last Thursday. It was very nice. It was interesting. We brought in, as you may have seen locally, we brought in 60 Main Street types from Wyoming, which is, it's always reinvigorating to me when someone comes from the outside and we toured the downtown and they were on their way to Evansburg at 1:30 and they almost didn't want to leave. And they just keep telling you, what a wonderful downtown you have. Oh my goodness, look at the street, look at this, look at that. So it's always almost, you got to kind of take a step back and bring a visitor in sometime and just let them kind of tell you how nice, Indiana County, the borough, and the downtown is. So sometimes it's always that reinvigorating. You see the same thing every day and maybe you don't take advantage of it. But then when you see someone from the outside come and there's 60 people telling you, wow, look at this place. This is really a cool place. And they were from all over Wyoming. I think that they closed the state of Wyoming because I think all 60 that came out that day.
That's the entire population?
That was a good bit. I think it was a third of their population. But they really enjoyed it. So it's, again, you got to get into the downtown. This is another opportunity to not only listen to some, and, this is free. The Jazz Festival is free. The Northern Appalachian Folk Festival is free, which incidentally, kind of the tie-in to the pop-up, we are looking for vendors and artisans. The big restriction or where we want to stay is it has to be homemade. It has to be within the reason. 724-463-6110. If you're interested in being a vendor for the big NAF Festival, it comes up at the end of the summer, which kind of gets us into the fall season. So we've got Westsylvania, then NAF about halfway through. But this is, again, this is one of those things that cost you nothing. You park downtown, you can check out the vintage shops, you can check out the regular shops, the pop-up. some free jazz, and the rest of the summer. So
there you go.
I'm inviting you down.
10 seconds or less. Next bid action is going to be when?
Next bid action, actually, yesterday was the deadline for us to get the final, or not, I won't say the final, to get the proposed plan in place. We'll send that out within the next couple of weeks to all the business owners, give them an opportunity to talk about it, talk to us about it, vote on it, and then it'll go out to the vote. There's some legalities where there's a 30-day waiting time, a 45-day viewing time. So we're hoping that we've had some very popular public meetings. We continue to have those public meetings, even if that public meeting is a phone call to me at the office, and the last 45 minutes of the phone, or it's a cup of coffee. We're here to talk about it.
All right, I gave you 10.
Okay.
We took 60.
All
I
right.
got to go. It's AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM.